Lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I do hope you enjoy this video, and I also hope that you subscribe to my channel. Today's video, I am reviewing Kiara Sky's new kit, and that is their Jelly Tip Nails Starter Kit. So if you are interested, please keep watching. So here is the kit. This comes with your liquids, your tips, and it has instructions on the back of the kit. It also comes with some other things that I will show you shortly. But let's first get into the liquids. You do get 4 liquids. They are all 15 milliliter bottles, which is half an ounce. They are glass bottles. The first one is a prep. The second is a primer. You also get a builder gel, so it's like a builder gel in a bottle that cures for 60 seconds. And you also get a top coat that cures for 60 seconds. And each of these bottles are numbered, so you can kind of make sure that you're doing them in order if you forget the names of which ones you're supposed to do first. So the builder gel in a bottle is pretty thick, and the top coat is not as thick as the builder gel in a bottle, but it is more of a thinner top coat. Then you also get their Beyond Pro lamp, and it is a 4-watt lamp. It has 2 bulbs. It says that it's acetone resistant, so if you spill acetone on it, it won't mess it up. It comes with instructions, and this is what the lamp looks like. It has an adapter as well as the USB cord. I am glad that it comes with an adapter because most of the lamps we get don't have that adapter, so that's a nice touch. So per the instructions is 1 click is for 60 seconds and 2 clicks, like I guess if you click it twice, is for 45 seconds. So this is a nice lamp. The bottom of the lamp has like the skid proof things on it, so it's a nice quality lamp. Also, what you get in the kit is very detailed instructions, which they're detailed but to the point. Instructions on how to use all your liquids, how to apply your tips. The instruction shows what you will need that doesn't come in the kit, the different tips they have. So cute little brochure. The kit comes with 1 set of tips. I ordered an extra set for myself. So it comes with, you can pick whichever set of tips you want. And these are 500 tips in each set. Comes in the box, has the numbers there for you, the size numbers. So I'm going to go with the 00. This is the biggest one. And these are the medium stilettos. So I'm just showing you that these are bendable. So you can see how flexible these tips are. For me, initial thoughts is these are going to need a little bit more protection, a little bit more structure. So these are the long coffin tips. And again, I'm going to show you the biggest size on my thumb. These are firmer than the stiletto tips. And that's how long the tips are, but if you pull it up on your nails a little bit, you can get a little bit more length, as long as you're covering the side walls to the side walls. So here, I'm really trying to decide which tips I want to use. I'm gonna do a full set. You guys know I do both my hands the same, so I'm just trying to decide what's going to look best on my fingers, what I'm in the mood for. And because I have personally never worn full-blown stiletto tips, I decided to go with the stilettos today. And I'm just making sure that they are covered side walls to side walls. So the first thing you want to do is etch inside the nail. You don't want to drill too much. You don't want to take away any of the thickness of the nail, but you want to etch inside the nail pretty much wherever it's going to be covering your nail plate. You want to kind of give that a little bit of texture so that it grabs the builder gel and it sticks and it doesn't lift. So just make sure that you're etching whatever's going to be covering your nail plate. Now let's go through the steps. So I've already prepped my nails, which means push back my cuticles, etch the surface of my nails. Again, I need something for that gel to stick to, so you don't want your nails to be smooth. So I've already done that off camera, and I'm just going through the first 2 liquids that come in the kit. The first one, again, is the prep, and the second one is the primer. It is suggested that you go in with 1 coat of each. I did do 2 coats of the primer because that's generally what I always do. So I just did that again here. I just don't want to take a chance of anything lifting because I don't. Um, you don't have to do the 2 coats if you don't want to. That was just my preference. So after you do the primer, you want to let it dry between coats, and then you want to let it dry before you go in with the builder gel. And this is a really thick builder gel. It's a builder gel in a bottle. It's really, really thick, and it's asking you to go in with thin layers, which is kind of challenging because it's really, really thick. So you just really want to take your time with this step and avoid getting any of the gel on your sidewalls or your cuticles. And it is suggested that you cure this for 30 seconds. I did cure this for 30 seconds. I did not use the lamp that came with the kit. I just used my regular lamp and cured that for 30 seconds. So after that is cured, you're supposed to take your tips where you've etched the surface, and that's pretty much where you want to put the builder gel. On this nail, this is your to not do. So don't do what I did on this nail. I put entirely too much of that gel in the tip. It leaked all over the sides. It went past my natural nail, but it still worked. I just cleaned up the sides as best as I can. And this is a gel, so it is easy to file it off and blend it in. I'm not going all the way down on my cuticles with these tips because I want the extra length on this. So what I'm doing is just placing it above my cuticle a little bit, making sure that it's still covering sidewall to sidewall. And then I'm going to cure that. I'm going to get it in place. I'm going to hold it in place, and then I'm going to cure that in the lamp. And I do want to make sure that there's no bubbles. So if you have to pull it out, just double check that there's no bubbles. Go ahead and do that. It is suggested that you get the nail in place, you flash cure it for 10 seconds, and it's suggested that after you flash cure it for 10 seconds, you fully cure it for 30 seconds. So that's what I'm doing here. And then after I flash cure all the nails, I actually ended up curing that in my regular lamp. I do like the shape of this lamp. It makes it really, really easy when you're doing your full coverage tips or your après, your 1, 2, 3 goes, whatever, your Kiara Sky jelly tips. This lamp makes it really, really easy and convenient to hold that nail and still get it cured in the lamp. I love this little lamp, and it's powerful. I didn't have any problems getting my flash cure. So far so good on the lamp. So here I am trying it again. I want to make sure that I am leaving a space. I'm not going all the way down to my cuticle, but I want to make sure that the nails are the same length. Yes, I want to make sure the nails are the same length. Sorry guys if I keep pausing. It's because I have the game in the background, so I'm doing my voiceover, trying to watch this Laker Clippers game. It's like a minute left in the game, and LeBron's complaining to the ref about a foul call. So that's what's going on. So if I'm getting a little distracted, that's the reason why. So I am not showing you me applying on all of the nails, just because I didn't want to keep the video too long. If you want to see more in depth, or if you want to see it again, just let me know in the comments below. I will be reviewing the coffin tips as well, but I'm going to wear these stilettos for about a week or two and just see how they wear. So definitely I will be doing a follow-up video for this. So whatever questions that you have, just leave them in the comments below, and I will address all those, as many of the questions as I can, depending on how many I get in an upcoming video. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you can see that. So after I have applied all the nail tips, again, I'm not going all the way down to my cuticle because I want that extra length. After I've applied all the tips, I want to clean off the sticky layer from the builder gel, and then I want to blend those tips into my nail. It's kind of like when you apply regular tips, you want to blend them into your nails so there's not that line. And then I want to clean up anything that I may have gotten on my sidewalls or my cuticles. I want to fix any shaping that I need to do, because if your foundation's like messed up and you continue to build on top of that, your nail's going to come out wonky. So fix your foundation, try and get your foundation as good as you can so that when you're building on top of that, you don't have to have a lot of finish filing or just totally have the shape of the nail messed up, which defeats the purpose of these full coverage tips because it pretty much helps you shape the nail. I know that for me, using full coverage tips has helped me tremendously. I usually build on top of them, but it makes it a lot easier for me to get the shape that I'm looking for. Also, with full coverage tips, I did do a set where I built everything underneath the nail. I didn't do a video on that because I didn't know how long it would last, but if you, so I know now, and I will be doing a video on that in the future. Definitely you want to see that. Let me know in the comments below. So what I'm doing here is I'm just cleaning up my cuticle area. I'm sorry, I'm just blending, not cleaning up my cuticle area. I'm just blending the tip and the builder gel, getting that flush with the natural nail and making sure that the entire surface of the nail, of the full coverage tips of the Kiara Sky jelly tips are, the surface of that is etched, so the builder gel that I put on top will stick to that nail. So that's what I'm doing here. So what you're going to see me do next is, oh, obviously you want to clean off all the dust on that nail. So what I'm doing next is, sorry, looking at the game. We're up by 11. And when I say we, I mean LeBron James. We're up by 11. So what I'm doing is going in with a layer of the builder gel in a bottle. I'm not doing them thin and I'm not doing them thick. I need to add structure to this nail. I don't, for me, this is just for me. Based on what I do all day, I do a lot of typing at work. I use my hands a lot. I talk a lot with my hands when I have long nails, but I do a lot of typing. And so what I don't want to do is have those not having enough structure to them. So I'm going on top, and this is what I do with all my full coverage tips. I go on top with, the builder gel in a bottle or some poly gel just to give it that extra strength. And as you guys saw before, the stilettos didn't seem as, they seemed a little bit thinner or a little bit more flimsier than the coffin tips. So I'm just going in with 2 layers of that builder gel in a bottle on top of all of the nails. And it's still keeping the structure of the nail. I still have my apex. I'm just adding a little bit more strength. And after I do that, I am curing each layer for 60 seconds. And then, even though the bottle says 30 seconds, I'm just doing it for 60. And just to ensure that it's cured fully. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is clean off that sticky layer. And then just make sure my shape is good. Make sure that cuticle area is good. And, smooth off the surface of the nail. Make sure that there's no lumps or bumps, which you really don't get a whole lot of when you're brushing on the builder gel kind of thin. So I'm just brushing it on like nail polish. Anyways, guys, so that's what I'm doing here. And I did do all my filing off camera, and I'm going to come back and show you. I didn't do an intricate design. I just did a pretty simple design just using 1 gel polish and some transfer foils. Before I do that is, you know how you have the number, what size tip, the size, tip size is underneath the nail. I didn't like how you could feel that. So what I decided to do was just go in with a thin layer of the builder gel in a bottle and cure that for 60 seconds. That way you can't see that number and you can't feel it underneath the nail. That might not matter to you at all, but it's something that matters to me. And then, so I wouldn't have a sticky layer. After I cured that for 60 seconds, I just went in with a layer of top coat, which actually would have been if you're going to keep your nails clear, that's a good tip too, just to go in with your gel polish and cure it. That way it fills in that ridge and you don't see that number. Okay, guys, so the color that I'm using is Beetles. It's 750. This is from their Forever Young collection. And I'm just going in with 2 coats of this polish, curing each layer for 60 seconds. And I'm trying really, really hard not to get any of the polish on my cuticles and my sidewalls. And I think I was about 70% successful this time. I did go in with a dry thin brush to go around that cuticle area to clean it up as best as I can. And then after I cured it, I actually noticed I missed a couple spots, so I was able to just get that off my cuticle. You want to just go in here with thin, even layers. I again cure that for 60 seconds. Make sure that you're fully curing your gel polishes, especially the thicker ones like Beetles, because you don't want them to bubble or to start peeling away from the nail if they're not fully cured. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch that for a couple seconds, and then I'm gonna come back when I'm doing my transfer foil and we could talk about that. Okay, so I want to use some transfer foil on a couple of my nails. So I'm going to go in right on top of my sticky layer for my second coat with this star glue. And I do have a video comparing the Model 1's foil glue with star glue, and I will link that above for you guys. So I am going to go do this on 2 nails, and while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just going to finish painting the rest of my nails, which is just my thumb. So it worked out perfectly. So you can kind of multitask while you're doing your nails, especially when you're doing your own nails. Like the part that takes me the longest is painting my nails, because while one nail is curing, I can't continue to work. So that part, that's for some reason, like that's the most aggravating part for me. That's the part that seems to take the longest. So while the star glue is drying, I'm going to go ahead and finish the thumb. And to apply the transfer foil, you pretty much just put the foil where you want it. This one doesn't have to be perfect because the design of the foil doesn't really require it to be perfect. So I kind of like that because I didn't get the foil in the straightest of lines that I wanted, but I was able to transfer most of the design onto the 2 nails that I wanted. And after I do the transfer foil, I just go ahead and top coat the entire nails. And then I actually cured the top coat in this instance. I cured it for 2 minutes. The bottle says 60 seconds, but I always cure my top coat a little bit longer because in my mind, I feel like it's going to be extra shiny if I cure it longer. Plus, I'm not the only one that thinks that. So that's just what I do. This is a no wipe top coat, even though it does not say that on the bottle. After you top coat your nails, make sure that you leave your nails alone. Because if you add your cuticle oil right away or you start rubbing on your nails or whatever, you're gonna dull that top coat. So cure your top coat. When you take it out of the lamp, let your nails cool down before you do anything else. I actually kind of try and wait like at least 5 minutes before I apply cuticle oil after I top coat it, because I love a shiny nail. I don't want to do anything to mess up the shine. So let's get into this top coat. This is a thinner top coat, which you just want to be careful that because it's thinner, you're not going in with more on your brush because you think it's thinner, you need more. Because it's thinner, it's not going to stay in place and you're going to end up flooding your cuticles and your sidewalls, which you'll see I kind of did on a couple of the nails. You will see in my finished pictures that some of my cuticle work from my nail polish and my top coat isn't the neatest, but like I said, I got it about 70% in this in this set of nails, so I'm happy with that because that's progress. The one thing I did like about this top coat is that the brush was smaller, so I could get a little bit closer to that sidewall and that cuticle area because the brush was smaller. So overall, I do like the kit. The first nail was kind of messy, but once I figured out the first time what not to do, I was able to apply the rest of the nails. I was able to blend those nails in to my with no problem, and just using an arbor sanding band. These kept their shape pretty well after adding the builder gel in a bottle. So overall, I really do like this kit. Let me know what you think below. Leave me any questions down below. And yes, I do think this is beginner friendly. I will address all your questions in an upcoming video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you are subscribed and also like and comment on the video down below. Again, thank you so very much for watching.